All right, guys, thank you for joining me. You guys are fast. I have to say that. I clicked on here. I'm like 47 people already in here. That is lightning fast. You guys are so fast. You just fast. App, Spectrum app. Okay. So it looks like the cops climbed into Hamilton Hall, which is in Columbia University. So now they're inside with the anti-Israeli protesters. They should just call them terrorists. I mean, like, enough already with these silly labels. Just call them what they are. Just call them baby jerk-offs. Like, whatever the hell you want to call them. But, like, the whole, like, oh, they're inside now and they're doing their thing. Oh, come on, dude. Enough. Enough already. They're not anti-Israeli protesters. They are terrorists. They are terrorizing their school community. They're terrorizing their friends, their so-called friends anyway. They're terrorizing all of those people. Anyway, Larry, Cutie, thank you for 5x5. Kaya, thank you for 5x5. Adriana, I see that. You guys don't play around. City Prepper. Winter Homestead, thank you for the 5x5. Peace in the Woods. Will, thank you for 5x5. Buy the book. WTC. Kristen, thank you for the 5x5. Adam, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Groundhog. Joe W. Joe FW, sorry. Gary, Maria, thank you for the 5x5. Dobie, thank you for the 2x4. Rhonda, thank you for the 5x5. Hopefully, that was it. Fast by fast. Thank you for that. Connie, thank you for the 5x5. All right, Susie and Debbie, thank you for the 5x5. Guys, so, yeah, so the cops, they're in the hall right now. I wonder if they're giving it to the kids. I mean, they're probably not. But anyway, they're just locking them up. Hamilton Hall. So they're breaking that mess up. the I think something bigger is going to happen out of this. Maybe not, but I think something bigger is going to happen. I think there's going to be a problem. Something's going to go down, and people are going to be like, "Oh shit, we fucked up." So I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting with bated breath. Actually, I'm like, "Yo, this is going to fucking be out of control." If this goes down the way I think it's going to go down, this is going to be really interesting. It's going to make for an interesting summer. That is, especially if they didn't go in there and they just let the kids starve and dehydration. Now, not that they would let them starve, but the kids would come out. The kids would be like, "All right, enough. We're not going to starve to death over this shit." I tell these kids when I see them or they're in earshot of me, I'll tell them, "Hey, man, why don't you go and fight? Why don't you go to Israel or Palestine and fight?" It's a simple solution, man. Craig said pandemic kids probably. Winter Homestead said might have more problems or violence. Not going to end well. I concur, guys. I really do. I think things are going to go sideways. So, I definitely got to get my paperwork for my firearms, man. I got to get that started. There are a lot of guys that are having these classes popping up all over the state. And I got to get my firearms license, man. The only problem with getting a firearms license, guy, which is a good thing here in New York, it's a bad thing because if you use it, they're gonna fucking read you to man. They're gonna get rid of you. You use your firearm in New York. It's gonna be on. But anyway, so right now, City College, their encampment is enclosed, so I think the cops barricaded them in. Columbia College, the cops got into the Hamilton Hall. That's the hall that they raided earlier this morning, breaking into it, barricading themselves inside. So that's fun. They're looking at NYU. They have a bunch of cops there too. I don't know how many, but I saw that they had a lot of cops at NYU. And there's another college in the city. I want to say Baruch, but I could be wrong. They have a little encampment over there as well. So a lot of these people are doing the shit in solidarity. Here's the problem. Well, not the problem. Here's the beauty of the whole mess. The colleges created this mess. The colleges and their liberal thinking and their stupidity over the years created this mess. And now that the chickens are coming home to roost kind of deal is happening to them, they don't know how to respond. And they're trying to be careful on how to respond. Adriana, you could do me a favor. Text me tomorrow morning. I'll let you know. But I know Southern Tier Prepper said apply at your local sheriff office. We don't have sheriffs here. We have police officers. And you have to go to One Police Plaza to get the application. And then start the application process from there. Actually, sorry, you don't have to go down One Police Plaza. You could do it online. But I'll get you all that information tomorrow. Because a bunch of us, meaning firefighters, we just went through the process. I didn't go through it, but I'm going to go through it next time. They have another class popped up. I could get a couple people to take the class. So, Adriana, if you're interested, let me know. And we'll see where it goes from there. So, Tiger 13, yes. So, yes, this is being funded by Soros, as the New York Post pointed out last week. So, he's funding the agitators. I think there's like 6 of them in Columbia College, that is. I don't know who's running the one in City College or NYU or Baruch or the other colleges. But they had this, I think it was like 6 or 7 of them in Columbia. And they're definitely going to, they're definitely being funded by Soros. So if they get arrested, guess who's getting them out? Soros is. That's why they're not worried about it, guy. That's that's why they're not worried about it. They're like, well, I'll get arrested and then Soros will get me out. He probably even made them a promise. I can guarantee you he made them a promise as well. He was like, listen, you guys do this and we'll do that. And if you guys get locked up, well, don't worry about it. We got lawyers and we have money for you guys. And the crazy shit is, guys, is that they're asking colleges to divest. And a lot of colleges are telling these kids no. They're like, no, we're not doing that. We're not divesting. We're not getting rid of Jewish students. I think that was on the table, and I think that's why a lot of the talks fell through. They wanted to get rid of Jewish students. Now, there are tons of videos on TikTok, Twitter, or X, and Instagram of Jewish students not being allowed to get into the school because the protesters are blocking their way. In fact, there was a kid this morning at Columbia who, he's part of the poor program or some shit like that, and I hate to put it that way. There's some white kid from like out west. He goes, yeah, you know, they said that we can get a breakfast here, and you know, we were able to get a breakfast. I get here and they tell us we can't get inside, but we can go through other colleges. So the guy asked him a bunch of questions, and then he gets to the question, goes, well, he says, do you think NYPD should be in here? And the kid goes, no, NYPD shouldn't be in there. No, they'll just make problems worse. So then the guy turns around and goes, well, how do you think you're going to get him out of there without the cops? And then the kid didn't know what to say, and he goes, you know what? I haven't eaten yet. When I'm done eating, then you can ask me this question again. I'm like, yeah, because he caught you in a conundrum of a question. He sat there and he said, well, what do you think? Oh, they're just their problems. And he goes, the kid goes, I don't like their guns and their shields. What are they supposed to use? Fucking harsh language and umbrellas? Like, what? That is the liberal-esque thinking of the college. And that kid was the essence of that thinking when he sat there and said, the cops shouldn't be in here because of their guns and their shields. All right, fucko. And when he said, well, how do you think they're supposed to get him out of there? The kid didn't know how to answer it. So, yeah. The colleges created this mess. And this was decades of this shit. And we saw this coming. We watched these college professors and their ideologies infect these kids with stupidity. And then we said, well, this is going to be a problem down the line. Now, when I was thinking problem down the line, I thought they're going to get into the workforce and they're going to get shut down, which they are. A lot of these kids are having a problem in the workforce. They can't get along. They don't know how to adjust. And then, some people say pandemic kids, you still know how to be a human. And these kids are having a problem in the workforce. as we speak. No one wants to talk about that. But a lot of people who I know try to hire these kids, they can't, because these kids are not, they have no social skills. And their ideology is too, you know how a lot of you people, you older people, I'm going to point you older people out, you know, in the 70s and shit, maybe the late 60s, early 70s, you're like, yeah, man, fuck the man, we're not going to work. We're going to smoke weed and get high. And then you became an adult. After like 25, you're like, this is stupid. I got to get a job. I got to work for the man. And then you did. These kids are carrying that immaturity a lot longer. They're carrying this shit into their 30s, and in some cases, their mid-30s. That's almost 40 years old of being an imbecile and a child, because you sat there and you listened to your professor, and he sat there in the classroom telling you the only way things are going to get done is if you change the world and you protest. We got college kids, guys, protesting over BS. Why aren't we protesting against the government and the taxes and all this other bullshit? Why aren't we dropping the gauntlet at every fucking city hall in America or every governor's building in the states? Every last one. Why aren't we there protesting that shit? And hard. We don't want these taxes. Why the hell, for example, we got to pay tolls? Tolls are taxes. Why do we have to pay death taxes in some state? Why, when I die, I got to pay more taxes when I'm dead, or my family has to pay tax? JB Garage, man, thank you for the donation. Right? Why aren't we flipping out about that? Right? In the Boston Tea Party, they were flipping out about the taxes on the tea. Meanwhile, we get taxed, and every time a new tax is introduced, we go, this is us. We go, oh man, we'll just have to pay it. Well, why the fuck aren't we fighting it? Why aren't we like those kids taking over a government building right now, telling them, yo, we're not paying taxes, and then not pay the tax? But we're not doing that. We're sitting idly by getting fucked in the ass because these people come up with new taxes and a new way to fuck us. Hey, you want to fuck the American people some more? Okay, meet me at the golf course at noon tomorrow. We're going to discuss how we can fuck the American working man some more. So that's all they do. These kids, granted, I disagree with their stance, but they're doing something about that they strongly believe in. Which is stupid, but they're still doing something. We are paying more taxes than our fucking ancestors ever have. People were flipping out over tea tax. And there was a little more behind the Boston Tea Party, not just the tax. There was a little more behind that as well. But still, they flipped out about that. But meanwhile, we get taxed on our food, our clothing, depends on what state you live in. We get tolls. We got double tolls here in New York City. We have the MTA, and every time the MTA has a problem, oh, let's raise the fucking the fare. Oh, our roads are bad, but we pay taxes to fix those roads. The roads, when they were first built, were paid on taxpayer dollars, but somehow they keep taxing us for it years to come. We got migrants coming into the country not paying any taxes because they don't have any identification, yet they're given a card so that they can fly a plane for free. We get taxed on an airline, we get taxed on a car we own, we get taxed for registration, license fees. All of those fees are taxes. Every time we get a new cell phone, there's 1,000,001 taxes on it. They call them fees, but they're taxes. Who are they kidding? We should be up in arms and rioting like you wouldn't fucking believe. We should be rioting like it's 1999. Who sung that song? But we should definitely be doing something more than sitting here going, oh, we'll just have to pay it. Oh, you wanna use a plastic bag for your groceries? We gotta hit you with a plastic bag tax. Oh, you wanna drink from a metal can? We gotta hit you with the recycling tax. Oh, you wanna eat meat? Well, we're gonna have to hit you with a carbon tax. And they're gonna put a carbon tax on a lot of shit, guys. Carbon tax is gonna be on your cars. Carbon tax is gonna be on the food you eat. Speaking of food and eating, hold on to your knickers, because I saw this app called Yuka. Where in the fuck did I put it? This is oh, there it is. So it's an app called Yuka, and one of the guys scanned, because we're talking about shit food now. He scanned one of those creamers, right? It was like a Cinnabon creamer of some kind. You know, the creamers, you go to the supermarket, they got fucking like 18,000 different flavors. Well, he scanned the one, I think it was like a Cinnabon, and he looked at the app, and again, the app is called Yuka, Y-U-K-A. And as he scans the app, he goes, oh shit. And there's a ton of garbage in the food. In the creamer, sorry. And it had questionable additives in it that we should not be drinking or ingesting. No, I did not hear about Charlotte, North Carolina. Don't call me sir. Call me ma'am. So anyway, this app is pretty good. It puts you on a level. Well, one of the guys at work, he goes, but if we scan all the food and it tells us it's bad, then what? Well, then fuck oh. We start eating natural. We start eating natural, man. And then the thing is, it's like the half and half, we scanned that. That was still good. The only thing that made it bad was the amount of fat that was in it. But outside of that, it was good, right? So, but yeah, we shouldn't be using creamers. You should be drinking your coffee black. Creamers have carcinogens. Yes, they do. They do. And we found that out today because of that app. Yes, we do have the most poisonous foods. Big Chase, absolutely. We have the most poisonous foods. Connie said, I just downloaded the app. Yeah, download the app and then go through your house. Start scanning your shit. You're going to start scanning shit. You're going to, oh my God, what the fuck? You're going to throw that away. You're going to scan something else. They're trying to kill us. You're going to fucking go bananas with this app. And you're going to throw away 90% of the shit you have in your home. Guaranteed. So I'm starting a clean eating diet tomorrow. Not because of that, because I have to. I had pizza. That was my last goodbye meal for the next month. Next month, I plan to eat nothing but clean shit. And if I do order out, I order Japanese food. Broccoli and chicken and rice. Hopefully they don't fucking kill me with their bullshit. Yo, Dan S. Thank you for bringing up spam. I'm watching this movie on Netflix called Goodbye Earth. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Goodbye Earth. And there was a scene in there that I wanted to scream and cry. Because they were like, today, guys, the food is going to be Spam. And they were cutting Spam like it was fucking filet mignon. Because, you know, the world's about to end. At least it's about to end for South Korea. They got a piece of Spam. And they're cutting it like so. And they're putting it on the troops' plate. And they're like, and the troops are all happy. The Korean troops are like, hey, we're eating Spam. I'm like, you fucking psych patients. That is garbage meat. Nonetheless, they were happy because the world's coming to an end. They have a theory called Together to the End, right? Some shit like that. Together to the End. Oh shit, my mouse still works. It's a good time to fucking test the mouse, right? While I'm fucking doing a live stream. Anyway. Yeah, guys, it was, that was the worst scene ever. Star Fury said, yeah, I saw that scene. Yo, I was fucking out. I was like, what the fuck, man? We doing this shit? Are they fucking with me? Did they know I was going to watch the show? Because, yo, the emphasis on the Spam was out of control. They were like, they were trying to make that scene look like Spam was the most delicious meat on the planet. I was like, you fucking kidding me? It's Spam, dude. And they were jumping up and down. Yay. You know, like those Korean shows, they're really bad at acting because you think like every actor in that show is gay just by the way they perform. They were all like, yay. And I was like, seriously, dudes? It's fucking... Whatever. I got through the scene, but it was bad. It was bad fucking news. All fucking carrying on over Spam. And they were like, oh, we got cases of this shit. Burn it. Fucking throw it away. The bottom of the sea, throw it into the sun, get the fuck out of here. That was a bad scene. That was horrendous. And the show's not bad. The show has a lot going on though. I mean, a lot. There are kids being kidnapped. There's fucking this thing next door. There's this fucking family being broken apart. That show has 1,000 things going on. but it's entertaining. Very entertaining. So if you're bored, you got nothing to watch, Goodbye Earth is pretty good. Again, it's Korean, so they're all like ching ching ping 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 ping. You got to put the subtitles on. Put the subtitles on and the English audio on. You'll get two different storylines. I shit you not. They always say reading it is better, but I'm a slow reader and dumb, so I don't. But when it comes to Chinese or Asian movies, I normally read the subtitles because the subtitles is closer to the storyline than the voiceover. Voiceover is horrendous. Horrendous. Spam is huge in Asia. J.E. Hammond, I did not know that. I didn't when I saw the way they reacted to the ham on the spam. I was like, really? I was like, they're like the Hawaiians over this shit. They were just like fucking. They were all about it, man. All about it. That was a fucking bad scene. I could go without watching that fucking scene ever again. It was just the way they were cutting into the spam, guys. They were cutting into it like it was a luxurious meat. Slow motion cutting the whole nine. I was like, the fuck? Gunslinger, that was the thing. It wasn't Korean spam. It was spam. Yo, no thanks. No thank you. But anyway, guys. Colleges had what was coming to them. This is the reaping what you sow kind of deal. The chicken's coming home to roost. This is it. This is what it looks like. You want to teach liberalocracy at a school? This is what it looks like when the kids stand up against your liberalocracy and accuse you of being, what is that called? A Zionist and all those other bullshit that they're throwing on. That's what it looks like. Congratulations, U.S. college kids and U.S. college administration. You guys successfully fucked the educational system. Right in the ass with a spiked dildo. Anyway, guys, other than that, I'm going to go off the air now. I will see you guys Friday for the doubleheader. Tomorrow morning, I will have a Wednesday midweek report. We'll be talking about shit unrelated to everything I talked about tonight. We might touch on the college shit, but there's a lot of other shit going on that's pretty interesting. We're also going to talk about AstraZeneca tomorrow morning. You will never believe what AstraZeneca admitted to and why they had to admit to it. But they admitted to some shit. So, yeah. This should get really, really interesting in the next year or two. Other than that, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Some of you guys tomorrow morning. And the rest of you guys Friday night. Thank you.